as the year is coming to an end, many of us would be, taking stock of our lives, or are expected to take stock of our lives to see how this year has been, what has gone so well and what has not gone so well, in order to take appropriate steps to make the coming year even better. And I've been doing the same and matching them against the goals that I set for myself at the beginning of the year. Many of you would recollect in one of my videos at the beginning of the year, I set myself the ambitious goal to have my net asset worth £1 million by the year 2030. And many of you have actually joined me on that challenge. And so, thank you for that. But as I was taking stock and matching them against those goals, it was obvious that we've made some strides, but we are still quite far away from it. In the next series of videos, I'll be sharing with you what we've achieved so far and the strategies for the coming year that would help me, get closer to that goal. But in today's video, I wanted to share with you, some of the things that have helped me get a bit closer. In fact, I'll be sharing with you the 7 streams of income that I've had this year and how that has helped me towards getting towards my goal for the year. Stay tuned. Welcome to Diaspora Careers and Investments. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the 7 streams of income that I've had in this year. Let me first, make this, disclaimer that this is in no way a show off to show, that, oh, I've had this or I've had that. In fact, because of that, I will not be sharing the exact amount that I've made from these. But rather, because many of you know me on a personal level, it is my hope that by sharing these streams of income, it becomes realistic to you that if Shadrach, who is in no way, so financially inclined, has been able to do these, then you can also do it. In fact, if you've got any questions about any of these streams of income, do let me know in the comments section and I'm happy to, introduce you to them or clarify any misconceptions or anything. Again, this is not a show-off. In fact, let me add that while some of these streams of income have been monthly or they've been regular, others have been ad hoc. They've come once in a while. They have, of course, in every way contributed to helping me get closer to my goals. And so I'll be sharing these with you. So yeah, let us get that out of the way. So with that said, let us get into them. And then let me know in the comment section if you've got questions about any of them and you want to get into any of them. Happy to, meet with you to discuss. Let's dig in. My first stream of income for this year has been my salary. I still keep, a 9-to-5 job, much needed. I'm a university lecturer. I teach here in Scotland, in one of the best universities in Scotland. And because of that, I've got a job. Many of you, would know that my official title is, Dr. Shadrach Dare, because I've got a PhD in public health with a nursing background. So I teach in the School of Health and Life Sciences. As a university lecturer, I'm very fortunate to be paid, a reasonable salary. Some of my colleagues will disagree that, but yeah, I get, a regular salary. And I still keep the job, at least until I win a lottery. I still keep the job because at least it gives me a guaranteed income while working on my other businesses, and with the hope that, once, my businesses are able to, pay me a reasonable income, then who knows, maybe I can switch to part-time or something. But that would actually be the goal. Because remember, the aim of all these hassles is to be financially free. I define financial freedom, not to me not working, but at least the freedom to have more time to do the things that I'm really passionate about, which would include, traveling around, visiting family and then doing some charitable works and volunteering in Africa. But at the moment, my job only gives me some, 30 days or sometimes 36 days of annual leave. So I can't do a lot of that. So, but anyway, I still keep my 9-to-5 job in order to, pay my expenses, and then in my going and coming. I've also kept the job, because of visa status. As many of you would know, I'm Ghanaian. And so I have been on a visa for a while. And, the visa stipulates that, you keep a job, you can't just quit a job if you still want to remain in the UK. So I've kept, my 9-to-5 job, 1, for visa reasons, and 2, the regular stream of income that it guarantees me. Because, hey, let's face it, if I'm to quit my job today, there'll be some significant income going away. Unless I have a way to replace that, I think it's wise that I keep this job. And it's helped me tremendously. And I mean, goes without saying that I love teaching and doing research. So it's a win-win. My second stream of income has been, extra teaching or overtime. My job is 9 to 5, and sometimes I get, extra gigs to, supervise students' dissertations from other universities, or even be an external marker or an external examiner. This is not very regular, but this year has been, fairly good. I must be grateful. I got a few of those gigs, so I think for those in other universities around Scotland, you would have seen me in some of your in some of your classes, whether teaching medical statistics or supervising dissertations, and that that was also a good stream of income. And I think for many of my viewers who are nurses or doctors, or if your job allows you to take on extra job, it is something you can easily make some bag out of. Whether in your own institution or in another institution, I know nurses who do agency work, so that comes to you easily, and certainly that counts as an extra stream of income. My first stream of income has been YouTube. So we started this channel about a year and a half ago, and I think about a year into it, we got monetized. Yes, Google will pay you a fraction of the revenue they make from running adverts on your channel if you have at least 1,000 subscribers and then they've watched for about 4,000 watch hours. So I think we're very fortunate that about a year afterwards, we hit that target. And so we've been earning something from YouTube. Of course, how much you get paid per month depends on how many views you get within the month, what topics you speak about, and then where the people are watching from. Yeah, so all these influence how much you earn. And we've been fortunate to be paid regularly. Of course, ours is still a fairly small channel, and so we don't get paid, in the 10,000s or even in the thousands yet. But I'm grateful for the regular income, be it 100 or 50 or 200. To know that every month you're getting something is quite rewarding for the amount of energy that I put into this. So let me, on this note, thank you everyone who has been supporting this channel. And then also, appeal to you. If you get value from the videos that I do, please, why don't you smash, the like button and then the subscribe button so that we're able to reach a lot more people. In fact, my statistics show that about 55% of the people who watch this channel have not subscribed. Come on, guys. I'll be really grateful, if you can help me by subscribing to this channel. It also helps YouTube, to recommend my videos to other people. So I would deeply appreciate it if you would smash that, subscribe button for me. Thank you. My fourth stream of income has been through coaching and mentoring. So there are those who contact me via email or WhatsApp or even Facebook message that they need some help, getting out of some debts, or need help how to organize their finances, or budgeting, or ideas about how to set their goals. So essentially some are on financial knowledge. Of course, I'm no qualified financial advisor, so they understand that it's not financial advice, but they appreciate the research that I've put into understanding various aspects of finance, and would want that knowledge. So I share that with them, and then I get paid for it. Sometimes some of my friends don't pay, so yeah. But there are those who absolutely appreciate the knowledge, and so they pay me for that. Sometimes too, it's not just on financial knowledge, but also academic stuff, because of course I've got a PhD, so some need help with research. Of course, that can be very tricky sometimes, because some want you to do it for them, and of course that would be unethical. But when you need advice or guidance or reference and all of that, I'm able to support with that, and sometimes I get paid depending on what I do for them. But the terms are very clear on what I'm to do for you, and that has been fairly good too. My fifth stream of income has been through speaking engagements. Sometimes I get contacted by small organizations to speak to their people about different things. In fact, sometimes they value my perspectives on managing your finance as an immigrant, understanding the credit system here in the UK, how I've been able to pay off my mortgage within 2 years, budgeting, managing finances as a family person, all sorts of topics. Sometimes they're academic related, and I get paid for that also. Of course, there are those organizations, especially my church, which doesn't pay me to speak. But yeah. Sometimes some can be good. Of course, these speaking engagements are not very regular, but when I've had some good gigs, sometimes it's paid well. So I can only be grateful. My sixth stream of income has been through savings and investments, and I absolutely love this. So I save in very high interest paying savings accounts, and I get a reasonable interest from there. And I also invest in the stocks and shares market where I get paid dividends. I think earlier this year or sometime this year I was earning about £200 in interest alone per month. So that was really, really, really good. As well as getting some dividends from my stocks and shares. If you'd like to see a video on the savings accounts that I hold that paid these interest rates, do let me know and I can record that. And also, if you want to see the assets I hold in my stocks and shares, do let me know and I can also record that video. Earlier this year, I sold some of my assets in the stocks and shares market and I got some reasonable interest over there. So that was good also. I think currently my stocks and shares is netting about 12% or 11% interest. So I mean, it's a good time for the stocks and shares, and I can record a detailed video on the assets that I hold. Let me also know in the comment section which asset you hold and how it's doing. We can share some knowledge over there. Finally, to my seventh stream of income for this year has been real estate, and it's my absolute best. As I've shared in other videos, I hold an Airbnb property and then a buy to let, and these have been very rewarding that I could not complain about, but only grateful to God for it. Unlike the rental property, which earns a decent amount every month, the Airbnb I think has been a lot more rewarding. Of course, it's a lot more hard work because you've got people coming in all the time. You have to do the cleaning and welcome people and all of that. Of course, you can outsource that, but I was doing all of these by myself, so it was quite stressful sometimes. The buy to let does not bring a lot of income per month, but the equity is building. So it is my hope that when I sell the property, I'll be able to gain something from there after paying the necessary capital gains taxes. And so I think in the coming year, one of the things I want to be doing more is the real estate, especially Airbnb, depending on the area and then how the mortgage market performs, and if I can get some angel investors to go into partnership with. That is something I would like to do a lot more because I think it's a lot more rewarding. It's a lot of hard work, I must mention. Some people think that you just set up the property and then it starts bringing in the money. No, you have to put in the work, but I'm happy to do it, and I've gained some experience doing Airbnb on my own as well as the buy to let. So it's something I want to get a lot more into. Let me share this. I think I spoke to somebody through one of those mentoring sessions, and she was considering going into Airbnb and had very little, in fact no knowledge about Airbnb at all. I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend that you take your time to study. To her credit, she was willing to learn, and that was why I met with her. So if you want to get into the Airbnb market, you want to ask questions, do let me know. Happy to make an appointment with you, share my knowledge about it with you. And I think I had one of the most successful Airbnb businesses. I was a super host for a long time, and it was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I think for the rental property, you would have to rent for the whole month before you earn some income. Airbnb, rent for, give it out for 5 days, 10 days. You've made enough to cover you for the month. So I absolutely loved it. But hey, it may not be for everyone, and I'm happy to discuss with you further. Some bonus points, actually. I think in the coming year, what I would like to do a lot more will be getting into real estate, as I've mentioned, but also get into some other side hustles like affiliate marketing, having a digital product, whether a book or something to sell on Amazon or eBay. I think I've heard some testimonies about it, and I'd like to venture into it to see how it goes. If you do this, do let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Or actually, let me know in the comment section which other side hustles do you currently have, which I'm not considering, which you think is rewarding, which I should consider. I'm happy to have that conversation. In my next video, I'll record how I managed the incomes from these, how I managed the taxes from these and all of that, and how that helped me in actually paying off my mortgage, as well as getting closer to my targets. I'm happy to share this with you. So thanks for staying with me, and then on to the next video. God bless.